Okay. I've been thinking lately about the concept of multitasking and the unfairness or lack of divine truth in that notion, really. This, I am, I don't want to say guilty of that myself, but I've had multiple times where I'll use that expression, oh, hold on a minute, or I'm sorry. And this is it. Most of the time when I am using the word multitasking with somebody, it goes hand in hand with me apologizing. Oh, sorry, I'm multitasking. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to multitask. It is hand in hand with this feeling of necessity for me to apologize to someone, which means I'm showing up unfairly for myself and the other person. And I am using the term multitasking in that scenario repeatedly. And now I'm thinking to myself, I need to eliminate the word multitasking in order to deconstruct and kind of get rid of the normalizing of that word. We've used this, I think, when I was growing up, and I heard the word multitasking, and there was a little glorifying of it in my mind. That's how I interpreted it, as like, oh my goodness, look at that multitasking. This person's managing this, and this all at the same time, like bravo. And now I'm thinking to myself, that is an unfair, unrealistic lie. What we really mean, for me, when I am multitasking, what's happening is the more true explanation is I'm not in presence. I am splitting my attention in five different areas, or two, whatever. It doesn't matter if it's two or more. I'm splitting attention. I'm in split attention. I'm not fully here. No singular thing or moment or person is getting the 100% concentrated version of myself, of my presence, of my divine essence. It's being diluted if I'm multitasking. And I don't think there's such a thing as being able to fully give 100% of your attention to several different things at the same time. That pulls you out of presence and out of alignment, dare I say. And it robs you. It robs you of the gifts that are there in the presence when you are able to do things with intention and devotion. This is devotion, right? And may it sound silly to say I'm devoted to taking my garbage out right now, but that is maybe a way to find some divine love and presence in every now moment, is to deconstruct this false notion of, or demystify, take away that sense of idealizing a concept of splitting yourself in multiple directions. Like, that's not fair. You don't deserve that. And no one around you deserves that. I know for myself, when I get into that energy of multitasking, I'm rushing. It feels rushed. It feels splitting. It doesn't feel great to me. And it feels like undoubtedly I will be dropping something. Nothing is getting the best of me in that moment, including or starting with myself. Let's say that, starting with myself. And certainly all of the people that I love are the people around me as well. I As I lean more and more into presence in every now moment, and begin to more fully realize that the entrenchment into reflection on the past or projection into the future pulls me out of that and puts me more into the energy of multitasking, because even just from that notion, my mind is elsewhere while my body is rolling the garbage can to the road. That in itself is split attention, and it puts me in a state of too much task orientation where I have this rolling list and I'm rushing through onto the next. When I allow myself to know that I deserve to not multitask, when I deserve to be present fully, regardless of the responsibilities that I do still have to carry, I find there's abundance and gifts in all of those things, right? So instead of feeling this pressure of the split attention, I'm trying to take care of my children and take the trash out to the road, and I've got to mow this weekend, and I'm thinking about all of these different things. I pull back into the present moment, and now I'm trying to think of how to describe this, but I'll just use an example, like looking at my child's face and their energy and the shape and size of their body and how the sunlight is shining and glinting in their eye as they, with their small body, show me how proud they are to work as a team with me to roll the recycling bin out to the road next to me while I'm rolling out the garbage can. There is divine love in the presence. And that is contrasting with this notion of multitasking. That notion of multitasking, that's chains to a sleepwalking life where presence is lacking, and you deserve more than that. It is this notion of slow down to speed up. There is some type of theory or like thing that's used, I think, in with gravitational pull and astronomy. No, space. I don't know. It's like the slingshot theory, right? I think that originated from some kind of like physics equation using, gravity or absence of in like space travel. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, the point is slow down to speed up. And that can sound contradictory, but really, what does this mean? When you're multitasking, it's an illusion. It's illusion. And you're tripping yourself. Tripping on my words. You're tripping yourself by engaging in that false notion that you can do things well, or that's the life that you deserve, or that presence comes with that, when you are splitting yourself and demanding something that takes you out of soul alignment. Presence is where your intuition is. That's where you're going to know and feel the sacred heart center discernment that keeps you living on your highest path for the benefit of all. When I am on that highest path, my motherhood is sweet spot, blessing, where I want it to be. Ooh, that's what I've been looking for. And when I was reading so many countless articles, but also having this undue pressure of rush, over pour into other people's cups, forget yourself, mind trap of just like being stuck in trying to figure out why am I not experiencing what I know I'm capable of and what I know my children deserve in this system. And this system is too cold of a word. in my relationships, in my life, in my presence. And that's why you weren't in presence. It's a little difficult to be in presence when you are not deeply rooted, centered, grounded, anchored into your sense of safety, self honoring, soul alignment. And once that started to click into place, the gifts that I see showing up in my relationship with my children is priceless, ineffable. Words fail. Words fail there, right? Words fail. Yes. You deserve that. You deserve that. Slow down to speed up. This is the classic story of the tortoise and the hare, right? Will you ever even get to the finish line? Yes, and sooner than you think. Slow down to speed up. That presence you find in the slow down creates this slingshot theory energy that propels you. I'm thinking about a run I had on a trail through the woods yesterday, and I felt to myself, this feels more effortless than it typically does. Sometimes when I exercise, I can feel the weight of my body, or like, you feel like your legs are in some concrete blocks a little bit. And I was like, wow, it feels like I'm when you're doing gymnastics and you're on that springboard floor. That's what I was feeling. I'm like, I feel good. I feel like the earth is supporting me running right now. Like, this is feeling more effortless than it should. What's happening here? And I think that's the energy that I'm talking about when you slow down to speed up. Is you get a little more propelled when everything, the universe conspires to support you, when you're listening to that discernment and clearing a space for receptivity to arrive at your doorstep. Slow down to speed up. Your intuition is in presence. And when you unlock that, this is the portal to divine love in every moment.